What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. I just watched probably the most confusing but amazing Monday Night Football game ever between the Bills and the Patriots. The Bills, they got some issues, but that's not the main focus of this video. The Patriots, man, your coaching is just off the charts. They threw the ball 3 times for 19 yards, and it never seemed like they were actually going to lose the game. They ran the ball 46 times. And it's not like they ran the ball for like 7 yards, 6. It wasn't the Jonathan Taylor experience that the Bills dealt with. It was just, we're just going to run through your face for 1 to 7 yards every single time. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's absolutely incredible. The Patriots defense, it's the best in the league. I don't think you can argue against them. Statistically, I think I saw some stat like they've given up like 3 second half points over the last 5 games. That's incredible no matter who you play or how you look at it, especially because they've been winning those games. So a lot of times you end up giving up like garbage time points. They don't do that. JC Jackson, all pro corner. I think Devin McCourty, all pro safety. Matt Judon, an awesome signing in the offseason. Dante Hightower, always been very good. Kyle Van Noy, a vet. He's legit. He makes plays. Kyle Duggar, he didn't play in the game, but he's very good at covering tight ends. And then one other linebacker, Bentley. He's really talented too. Their whole defense is just stacked. And that Belichick, he knew going in that the winds are 40 miles an hour. We're not going to kick the ball. We're not going to throw the ball. We're just going to run the ball, and we're going to make sure you can't do anything against our defense. The Bills probably wouldn't have scored if N'Keal Harry didn't muff that punt and put him on like the 10-yard line. That was the only real offense that they really generated. Other than that, every time they got down in the red zone, just fluttered. And I think this is where not having a run game, like I've said in the past, is absolutely killer to their actual like Super Bowl hopes for the Bills, because they don't have something that they can rely on if they go into a game where they have to run the ball or establish the line of scrimmage. But the Patriots dominated all 3 facets for the most part, except for that one muff punt. They were incredible all the way up and down. They look like just I don't even know if they're a dark horse anymore. They look like a legit Super Bowl contender. If your quarterback can throw 3 passes and you can win, and it was pretty convincing that you were going to win, that's remarkable. I think they had 49 plays. 46 of them were runs. And it's not like that. Like I said, it's not like they were just gashing the defense or anything like that. It was like they had a lot of them that were negative, but it was 3rd and 18. And they're like, we're running the ball. We are running the ball. They were committed to their game plan. And kudos to Belichick. He's just proving that it wasn't all Brady in the past. He was a big part of it. Best coach in the game. He's probably the best coach I've ever seen in terms of game planning. They're legit. The Patriots are legit. If they made the Super Bowl, I'm not even going to be surprised. That is a legit team. They do enough on offense, and their defense does not give up any points. And it's there, especially as you get in the red zone against those dudes, it is extremely unlikely that you are going to convert for a TD, as the Bills found out pretty much all game, except for when the muff punt put them right there. I really like this Patriots team, and it hurts me to say that almost, because growing up, I a lot of people, me myself included, don't like seeing the same teams in the Super Bowl or the finals or like any championship. I don't like seeing the same teams over and over and over again. It gets boring. If you're a basketball fan, you saw that happen with the Cavaliers and the Warriors for like 4 years. You just knew most of the time who was going to win. It just sucked. But this year, there's a lot of parity in the league, so in the NFL at least. So I have no idea who's going to win right now, but the AFC, it looks like the Patriots to take. And I love the way they play. Smash mouth. We're going to play great defense. We're going to make plays when we need it. But they make defense look so much fun. I'm becoming a huge fan of JC Jackson. He's probably in my top 5 corners in the entire league. And hopefully that's not controversial, because the guy the nickname is Mr. Interception. So it's crazy with the Patriots. They're so dang good, man. It's awesome. The Bills, on the other hand, can't run the ball when you need it. They're in 40-mile-an-hour winds. They knew the Patriots were going to run the ball. The Patriots ran 46 times. And you're not making like just straight up blitzes the entire time, because you knew they weren't going to pass it. You basically knew that. The Patriots threw it 3 times, 3 passes. So how are you getting beat on running plays when you know it's coming 46 times? It was the same crackback block, same all those toss plays, inside zones. They dominated them. And this was an issue against the Colts. Jonathan Taylor had one of the most incredible fantasy days I've ever seen out of a running back. Their run defense, while it's solid, it is a weakness if you're going to look at it that way. They just lost Tre'Davious White last week. I think it was a torn ACL or something like that. That's their best corner. Now they're a little bit weaker in the secondary. A defense it's ready. It can be picked. It can be picked apart. And the Patriots basically just said, we're going to run the ball down your throat and there's nothing you can do about it, which that is the moral of the story of that game. So I think the Bills have some issues, and everything just kind of came to light. They needed to pass it, and they couldn't even block for Josh Allen. Matthew Judon was getting back there. Van Noy was getting back there. They were holding. They were getting there whenever they wanted to. And I think that's just not a recipe for success if you want to be a Super Bowl contender, to not be able to run the ball, to not be able to stop the run, and then to not be able to pass block when you really need to. They're really reliant on Diggs making big plays and Josh Allen extending plays, and I don't think that's a recipe for success in the playoffs. Maybe they'll prove me wrong, but if I were to, like I've said this before, if I was going to take it between the Bills and the Patriots in a playoff game, I'm taking the Patriots. And I'm taking it strictly off of having better coaching, the better defense, a competent enough offense that doesn't make mistakes. They'll fumble every once in a while, but they don't make a lot of mistakes. They don't get caught for holding a lot. They don't get offensive pass interferences. Everything is perfectly, it goes as it's supposed to be executed for them. Kudos to the Patriots. They dominated all game. The Bills, they got some things to work on. They look really, really shaky. Maybe they'll figure it out. I really don't think they will. I don't think that they are going to find the recipe to run the ball all of a sudden or stop the run. I just don't see it happening. But if you guys have any different opinions or want to make a comment, that's awesome. Put it in the comments so I can check it out. I'm open to all information to change my perspectives or opinions. I think it's better to be that way. If you got to this point in the video, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And everybody have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're seeing this. Peace.